Hey guys, welcome to AndroGuider. In this video, we are going to review the AOSiP ROM. So this ROM is based on Android Marshmallow 6.0.1. It's an AOSP based ROM, and it comes in with the April 2 security patch, and the build version is 4.2, and the build date is 14th of April. So we will dive into the customizations straight away. In terms of number of customizations and features, this ROM is in par with AICP and RR. So under the UI settings and under roughness, we have got the most number of customizations. Under the status bar options, we can customize the position of the clock, we can show the date or hide it, then we can also show the AM PM style, and under that we have got the font size options, which is small or the normal font, and we can also adjust the color of the clock and date. So let me put it to blue, and there you see it changes. Under the position of the clock, you only have two options, and that are right and centered. In most of the rooms these days, we have got three options, that are left, centered and right, but unfortunately the left option is not present in this room. Swiping to the right, we go to the battery menu. Here we can customize the battery icon style. We can either have a portrait icon, landscape icon, circle, dotted circle, or in the text form, or we can just hide it. Then under the battery percentage icon, you can either hide it, show it next to the icon, or inside the icon. Then under the battery bar customizations, you can customize the location of the battery bar either at the top of the status bar, or bottom of the navigation bar, or top of the navigation bar. So I prefer to have it at the bottom of the navigation bar, so that's where I will place it. Under the style, you can either have it as center mirrored or regular. Under the regular option, it will just be aligned to the left, and under the center mirrored option, it is a bit symmetrical, and it will be symmetrical right about the center of the home button. Then you can also adjust the thickness of the battery bar. We have 1 dp, 2 dp, 3 dp and 4 dp. Then you can also adjust the color of the battery bar. Yeah, there you can see. Then swiping to the right, we can icons which we can prefer to show or hide on the status bar. Under icons visibility, suppose I don't want to show the Wi-Fi option, it will hide it. When I check it, it will enable it. You can also show 4G instead of LTE. I will check that too. Then you can also customize the colors of the status bars. We have got this option in many rooms these days. Then you can customize the colors of the status bar icons, the notification icon colors, the signal icon colors, no SIM card colors, and the airplane mode colors. Under the carrier label option, you can prefer to show or hide the carrier label on the status bar. I prefer to hide it. Then you can show it on the lock screen, and you can also set a custom carrier label. Then you can hide or show the notification icon, and you can also color the text. Under the network traffic options, you can either show them. We also have an option to customize the colors and the colors of the icons and the text. This option is not present in many rooms these days. We just get an option to customize the color of both the text and the icons, but in this room they have bifurcated the options, and you can customize the color of both the text and the icon. So that's a great feature. You can also show the bits values, and then you can either show just the text and the icon, or both the text and icon. So in the AOSiP logo, you can prefer to hide or show it. You can also change the color of the logo. Then you can also customize the location of the logo, left or right. Then we also have the custom logos option. So as I had also mentioned in the RR review video, the option of custom logos is only present in the RR ROM and AOSiP ROM. This is a feature that is present in these two ROMs only, and we are expecting that this feature will be ported to future ROMs too. Under the greetings option, you can either prefer to show the greetings when the device gets unlocked, or when the device gets booted up, or when you just power on the device or reboot your device. Then we have the custom text. I'll just show it to you. You just see that at the top of the status bar that welcome to AOSiP was present. Okay, then you can click to generate a preview, and there it was. You can also customize the color of that. So this feature is not present in ROM, in most of the ROMs. In fact, this is the only ROM in which I have come across this feature. And you then also have the notification ticker option, and you can customize the ticker text too. Okay, so under the quick settings options, as I had already said, that this ROM is based on AOSiP, and that's why we have got a AOSP based quick settings panel. Then under the tiles area, we can either add or remove the tiles. I will show you the tiles which are present in this ROM. We got ambient display. You can just go through them. Most of the tiles are also present in RR and AOSiP. Then you have the brightness slider option, number of tiles per row, 3, 4 or 5. Then you can enlarge the first row and enable vibrate on touch, and then you have the quick settings shade transparency too. Under the status bar area, you have the service settings, in which you can enable the weather. It will show the weather in the notification header option. I'll just show you that. This is where the icon will be shown, the weather will be shown. Then you can customize the weather icon pack. We have got lock color, you can just go through this. Then under the custom, you have also got the time contextual headers. We have got many options. All of them are present in RR. In AOSiP, we only have default and polystyle headers. And then you can also customize the quick pull down and the quick settings header transparency too. Under the navigation bar options, you can either enable or disable the navigation bar. Then you can choose between the navigation mode. Either we can have the smart bar, which is the normal navigation bar, which is the navigation bar which is present in stock Android, or you can have the fling gesture interface. Then you also have pulse, which are the music equalizers which are present, which will be there when you play a song, or when you are playing a video. That's when. So you can read about this pulse. Pulse is a brilliant equalizer bar style audio visualization on the navigation bar when music plays. Pulse does not work with some audio sources when listening on device speaker. So it's preferred that you use headsets, and it is known to work with most of the music players too. Then you can also customize the bar size, and then we have the K-lab back button and the left-handed mode. So under the hardware buttons options, we have got the advanced power menu. We have the reboot option, screenshot, airplane, screen shortcuts, device lockdown, search. So a great deal of customizations. And we have to mention some things. You can see that the entry of the power menu is animated by default, and you can also customize the animations. I will just show you in a moment. And you also have the screenshot option. Then you have the lock screen torch, and you can use the volume buttons to long press volume buttons when the screen is off to skip, to change tracks. Then you have the volume key cursor control, and then you can also have the volume rocker wake option. Under the recent screen, we have the slim recents. We don't have omni recents in this ROM, but personally I prefer to have the stock recents option. But some people also like the omni recent option, but unfortunately it is not present in this ROM. You can request the AOSiP community on their Google Plus page, and I think that they might just include it in the next build. Then you have the full screen recents option, search bar, memory bar, clear all button, and you can also customize the location. So as you can see in this ROM, we have got top right, top left, top center, bottom right, bottom left, bottom center. So most of the ROMs that you will see these days, and even in RR, we only have the option, either we can place it on top right and top left, and bottom right and bottom left. But in AOSiP, you have got the customizations to include it, to place it even in the center too. So that's another extra add-on feature. You can see we have the clear all button in the center. So under the lock screen weather options, you can either show or hide the weather. location and timestamp, and then you can hide the weather panel when a certain number of notifications are present. Then under the lock screen shortcuts, you can add the center screen shortcuts. Means when you will just double tap on any of the shortcuts, it will place the apps directly below the lock clock. If you want to access some apps quickly over the lock screen, then you can choose this option. Then you can customize the bottom screen shortcuts, and then you have double tap to sleep on lock screen. But in this ROM, it is only present in the only on the top third or the bottom shortcut area. So if you want to have the double tap to sleep anywhere on the lock screen, you must use gravity box. I will also cover that maybe in a future video. And then we have the lock screen wallpaper option, and then you also have that lock screen colors. So in terms of the number of options available to customize the lock screen colors, this ROM has the most options. We saw the same number of customizations in terms of lock screen colors in RR 5.6.5, but in 5.6.6 they dropped the number of options to customize the lock screen colors. But in this ROM we can customize everything: weather, temperature, weather condition, humidity, city, wind, timestamp, everything. Then under the advanced options, we have animations. You can control the animations, list view animations, toast animation, system animations. You can just see all this. Then we have the app circle bar. We also have app ops. This is an exposed module which allows you to control the permissions. This is just like the privacy guard which is present in the Cyanogen mod. And then we also have, I'll just show app ops a bit. You can just allow access your location or disable it. It's really nice that it's baked directly into the ROM instead of downloading exposed and then installing and then downloading the app ops module. Then we have the expanded desktop options. You can either enable it for all, and you can choose the apps to enable it for. Then we have the multi-window feature, and then we also have the PI controls. And then we just have the clock and alarm options, weather panel, calendar events. I'll just show you that. You can just quickly go through them if you want to. And these are just normal options which are present in each and every ROM. And then of course we have Super SU. Okay, so that's all we have got in Owl's Nest. In display, we can customize the brightness level, adaptive brightness, wallpaper. You can just, we also have the DPI control option. I've set it to 200. The default is 240 for my smartphone. Then we can choose the font size. Then we have got the rotation options too, and then cast screen also. And then press the power button twice to quickly open the camera. But in most of the ROMs it is the bottom right lock screen shortcuts. Then we have got the AOSiP extras, which are dashboard switches, dashboard columns. It will just change your settings menu in the form of columns. What we have by default is this is in the form of rows, but if you enable that option, it will convert it into columns. Then you can enable ambient display too, color inversion. Then you can have the toast icon display the app icon corresponding with the toast. Then double tap to sleep on status bar and wake up on charge. Under the sound and notifications, you can adjust the media volume, alarm volume, and the ringtone notification volume. Then link ring and notification volume, you can either enable or disable that. Then we also have volume steps, which is great to see that. This is also an exposed module. Then we have got the do not disturb mode. You can just set the priority rules or the automatic rules. Weekend off, weeknight off. You can just customize those rules to suit you. Then we also have phone ringtones. And in other sounds, we have you can enable the dial pad, screen locking, charging, touch sound, and vibrate on touch. So in other ROMs, we also have the options to customize the either if we want to hear the camera shutter sound and the screenshot sound too. It is not present in this ROM. And in advanced options we have, you can either enable or disable the safe headset volume, reorient the volume keys when the screen is rotated, and the less frequent notification sounds. Then we also can customize the notification light, and it's great to see that. Then you can also customize the light speeds. Then we have battery light and app notifications. You can go through them to either enable or disable notifications for certain apps, show notification content when the device is locked, don't show notification at all. Then we have notification access and do not disturb. Okay, so that's pretty much what we have got in this room. I'll also show you the security menu. We have pattern lock, so we don't have that option to choose from 3x3 or 4x4 pattern maze. We only have the 3x3 one. Then we also have the blocked caller list, so that's great to see that it is already built into this ROM. Then we have got unknown sources and other things are present by default. I will also show you the build number. Okay, so developer options, you can just go through them, but pretty much everything is present directly into it. Okay, so I think that this is a great ROM. And another thing that I would like to show is that this ROM comes in by default with the Nova launcher, and they give you, obviously they will give you the free version, and you can see that. So, and then we also have, okay, so Dolby Atmos and Viper for Android are not present by default. I had flashed an add-on zip file. They're not baked directly into the ROM. What we do really have is chronic papers. These are the wallpapers that are designed by the Google Plus community, and it's really great to have this directly baked into this ROM. You can just directly customize logos which are built on the AOSiP. It's really nice to have wallpapers which are based on the ROM that you are using. And maybe I like this feature a lot. Maybe it's quite similar to the fact that even the Dirty Unicorns has a theme app in which they select the best themes that are suited for their ROM. It's really nice to have this kind of thing. You can even set wallpapers too. There you see. So in terms of battery backup, I would say that this ROM is also doing good there too. I'll just show you the battery graph. DOS works fine. I have not used my phone, so but the battery backup is also great. For the timing that I have used this phone, I was getting a pretty much great amount of screen on time too. I got a decent amount of screen on time. You can expect a 5 to 6 hours screen on time. So I would recommend you to flash this ROM and give it a shot, because I've already said that in terms of number of features and customization, this ROM is in par with R and AOSiP. So you can give it a shot if you want to, and let me know what you think about this ROM in the comments menu. Thank you.